For real though, I just want to know, how much would you guys buy my bathwater for?
Somewhere on the sea, it got a little longer, so it seems.
Welcome to chapter 129 of factual recitings of a polar bear colored papa. How are you all doing? Hope you guys have had a good week. I've had a good week too. Thanks for asking. God, no one ever asks me, do they? I'm always like, guys, how's your week been? You know, would be nice to get it back sometimes. But anyway, so what's been going on this week? Man, I've been busy since I last spoke to you guys. I feel like it's been a while. I'm back. It's good to be back. I went to the Gold Coast for a week. A lot of things pissed me off there. You guys know I've got a love-hate relationship with the Gold Coast. Oh, by the way, I'm not a papa. I just realized. Lots of people read into things I say on the podcast, and not a dad. So I know I said, oh, call polar bear colored papa. I think I said it because polar bear and papa, it was good alliteration. All right, get off my back. So I thought it would sound good, but I just knew I was going to get one email or something like that during the week going, oh, congratulations, bro. You had kids. I had no idea. I'm not. Anyway, imagine if this is how I announced it, you know? Oh, guys, I've got a kid. Anyway, so I went to the Gold Coast. I should do that once just for content, you know, get a kid for content. I wonder if anyone's ever done that before. I bet Logan Paul has done that, or Jake. Actually, has one of them done that? I'm pretty sure one of them has adopted a kid. I wouldn't put it past them, honestly. I bet you there's a vlogger out there who's done a vlog like, meet my new son, you know, and then they've got a kid for a day, and like, I'm legally a dad now, do whatever I say, and then they film like a cute montage of them going to the shops, then they upload the video and it tanks, their subscribers don't like it, so like, fuck off, back to the orphanage for you. I bet you that's happened. You know, and good on him for trying. You know, you gotta try, you gotta throw stuff at the wall sometimes as a creator, and I'm not saying adopting a kid for content is a great idea, I'm just saying it's an idea. And I bet someone's tried it, and you never know, man. I've stooped pretty low before for content. You know, a lot of people this week have been drinking Belle Delphine's bathwater for content. That's pretty low. What's more immoral, adopting a child for an internet video, or drinking some gamer girl's dirty bum water? Who knows? Probably adopting a kid. Actually, that's probably worse. When you adopt a kid, I was just thinking this kind of. Brad and Angelina kind of did it for content, you know. They were probably like, oh, I haven't been in any, you know, women's magazines for a while. We should get a kid, you know, just buy one. Do you buy a kid? Is that how you get a kid? Is it like the pound, you know, when you go to an adoption agency? Is there just like, I reckon with celebrities and stuff, where do they get all these little kids from? You know, they're all the bloody adopting kids. Is there like a kid store? You know, and you're like, do you have to pay? Or is there like discount kids? Can someone tell me how all this works? Because it's not like, for example, can I wake up, how easy, what I'm trying to say is, how easy is it to get a kid? Because I'm in the market now for content purposes, not because I want to be a father. See, that's probably going to ruin any chances of me now, because if they do a background check, they're like, well, you literally said on your podcast that you don't want to be a father, you're just doing it for views. But hopefully they're a fan, so they'll be like, dude, I want to see that fucking video. That sounds like some good content. Yeah, but could I wake up one morning, say 8 a.m., bright and early for me, that's an early morning, and, you know, have a bit of brekkie, kind of rolls around to 9:30, I've sent off a few emails, and I'm like, all right, let's get into the day. Can I then acquire a kid by end of the workday, by 5 p.m.? How easy is it to get a kid? Or is there like a background check? Do you have to be vetted? I fucking hope it's not that easy. Hope you can't just walk into some store like, oh, can I have that one? Like, oh, sorry, that one's already been bought. What about these ones? We can show you our kids on sale today, and it's just all the ones with like the deformities in the corner, you know, like, you know, one who, you know, poos when they're sleepy, stuff like that. And you're like, oh, this one's 10% off. You're like, oh, how come? You're like, oh, no reason. And then you see the kid's head just go, and then his butt goes, and you're like, I don't want that shitty sleepy kid. You're like, fine, you got us. All right, we'll take you to the full price section, and it's just a bunch of, you know, kids, blue airs. Ooh, blue eyes, blonde hair. Oh, Meg's calling me. Meg, welcome to the podcast. How are we going?
Yeah, pretty good, Luke. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Just doing a podcast. Any reason for
thank-
your call?
I was gonna see if you were home yet, but
I mean, I am
really
home.
not.
I'm just doing a. Oh no, I'm home.
Oh, you're doing your podcast.
Yeah. I did another podcast this morning. Sorry, I hustle so
Oh,
much.
I
It's hard
thought
to
it would be
keep
a
up.
little-
Even
I
my
thought it would
girlfriend
be a
can't
little
keep
bit-
up. I'm a hustler. Anyway.
I thought it would be a little weird if you introduced me on another person's podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's still weird right now
Yeah,
because
no
you
doubt.
haven't been on this podcast yet.
Oh, I haven't. It's
No.
just my voice. That's
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah, this is okay, guys. Meet my girlfriend Meg.
Hey! Oh, whoa! This is such an unexpected surprise.
You
what?
sounded like you were like doing the Macarena. Then you're like, "Hey, Macarena." Hey.
Macarena. That's what I am doing. I'm in the
Anyway.
Macarena class.
Yeah, I'm home.
Cool.
All right, bye.
That's it.
All right, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Yeah. Love you too. Bye.
Bye. Oh, loves his girlfriend. What a pussy. Dude, that's like never not funny. When you're around your mates and they're talking to their girlfriends and they're like, all right, love you. At the end, and they always like, I don't try and hide it, man. Some of my mates go like, oi, like they're talking to a girl like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm just with my mates. And then at the end, like, okay, babe, all right, love you. And they try and whisper it. And then if they try and whisper it, you have to make fun of them. If they own it, if they're not, because why would you be ashamed about that? Like, oh, loves his girlfriend. What a dickhead. I don't get that shit, man, with guys. Like, I have no shame. Like, there's nothing shameful about it. Being like, oh, I love you. Nothing happens. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, I can't say that around my dude friends. There's so many of my mates that will literally try and hide them saying, like, oh, I love you to their girlfriend. I'm like, dude, you've been with her for 3 years. And you don't even want to say I love you over the phone because I'm here? The fuck is wrong with you? See, I trash people for being too much of a bitch to not do it. Anyway, guys, what was I talking about before I was called? I literally have no idea what I was talking about. Oh, that's right. Buying children. Yeah, man. I'm in the market for a kid. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, you go to the kids store, right? I was at the kids store. There'd be a full price section with all the, blue eyes, blonde hair kids. And there'd be like the discount, section with all like the kids who were like, like sniffing, like those kids that always have the sniffles. And there'd be a kid like, oh, if you want a kid that constantly has sticky hands, like here's all these kids, and they're 20% off because they're alright, but it's like you don't really want them. And then would kid if there, because I'm assuming there is like an Illuminati kid store for celebrities. Do you reckon they come with a warranty? Or like at least if you keep your receipt, you can get an exchange after 30 days if your kid malfunctions. Like, oh, you take it back in. You're like, they're like, hang on. They're like, how come you're returning your kid? Like, well, I kept the receipt. Yeah, but what's wrong with it? It keeps shitting everywhere. This is bullshit. Like, no, you've got to teach it how to not shit. You've got to toilet train it. What? That wasn't in the fucking manual? Yeah, no, mate, it's just there's no manual for parenting. It's kind of a thing where you learn as you go, and it's a new experience for you and your partner. Partner? Mate, I did this for a fucking YouTube vlog. How dare you think that I wanted this kid for any other reason other than likes, clout, and clicks? That's disrespectful to assume that I'd want this fucking shitty discount kid. Why do you think I got him for 40% off? His butt doesn't work. It doesn't close up. Someone needs to plug up his butt. Anyway, do you reckon they come with a warranty? Like if if it fucks up within 2 years, you get a new one. That'd be great, man. And but yeah, if you have a kid, you kind of just get a free kid. If you impregnate another person, that's why everyone says congratulations. You're like, oh, congratulations on your free kid. Because some people pay for that. Like celebrities, Brad and Angelina. I don't really know any other celebrities that have adopted, I'll be honest. They are my prime example and my only example. Guys, the point is, I'm not a dad. I'm not a papa. And that's all I wanted to say. And now I'm talking about buying kids, which isn't good. But if you want to hear more about my kid buying and everything to do with the buying, selling, and purchases of kids, you can listen to my other podcast, Memoirs of a Child Trafficker, which is where we just talk all stuff about, the black market, which kids are going for what dollar, is this maybe like kids born in April are hot this year, well, not hot in that way because they're kids, but, hot off the shelves, selling quick. Guys, the more I delve into this, the more immoral it's going to get. So I'm going to stop. If you guys want, I can do a Patreon-only kid buying podcast where I can just give you guys all the tips of how to buy the best Illuminati children. I can get on like a celebrity and they can give me the ins and outs of the kid purchasing world. All I wanted to know, seriously, was do you have to pay for adoption? That's actually all I wanted to know. And if so, like, do foster parents have to pay to take care of the kids? Or because they're not legally the parents though, so maybe you don't. I don't know. I just want to know if you have to buy a kid. I don't know why. I find that fascinating. Because it's not like a dog, is it? Because you have to pay to get a dog from the pound, I think. You can't just take it home. And they'd probably do a background check as well. Like, will you buy it Schmacko's? Like, yeah, I'll buy it Schmacko's. All right, you can have the dog. I'm assuming that's the background check. Anyway, that's an interesting world. What do I want to talk about? Yeah, this Belle Delphine, bathwater gamer girl. The fuck is wrong with society that I'm talking about this? Like, what is wrong with humanity? Where I'm like, hey guys, a girl's been selling her dirty ass water on the internet. Check it out. What kind of a world do we live in where that's a thing? Anyway, so this is what happened. Okay, so I didn't know this person existed till a week ago. If you don't know, because if you have a life, you probably won't know who Belle Delphine is. If you've been hanging out with friends this week, getting a lot of sun, doing a lot of activities, being productive, you probably ain't heard of this chick. But if you're like me and you spend too much time on the internet, you've seen probably people drink her bathwater by now, which I have. And so it's this Instagram, I was going to say model, loosely, that's pretty, using the term model pretty loosely. I would say a girl who owns a camera and is, post content online. That's what I'm gonna describe it as. It's soft porn. Let's be real here. She has pink hair, so it looks like a unicorn weed in her brain, and then it just sprouted pink hair. She just posts a lot of emojis. I don't really know how to describe it, to be honest. Look, I'll be honest, I can't really show you any of her pictures if you're watching the video version of this, because my podcast will get demonetized because, it's pretty graphic stuff. But anyway, she started selling her bath water on the internet. Now, she is like, that Instagram restaurant I went to a few weeks ago on the podcast? It was like a bright pink Instagram restaurant. She is that restaurant if it was a person. But also that restaurant only served underage boys jacking off to her softcore porn. That's what she is. And good on her, man. She's killing it. I think I went on her Patreon during the week, and you can support me on Patreon, guys, if you want, or you can go support Belle Delphine, and she'll send you nudes. I won't send you nudes, but I will send you some saucy elbow pics, but not nude, only clothed. Like, I'll send it right now. You're already getting the same experience. I often keep my elbows below the frame. If you are a watcher of the podcast, you'll know that I rarely raise my elbows, and that's because that's usually Patreon-only content. But anyway, so Belle Delphine, I'm just getting on her Patreon now, and I think I'm just trying to work out, I'm trying to find a bio of her, because I don't know how to describe her, because I don't understand this part of the internet, if that makes sense. She has 4,101 patrons. Fuck me dead. You are kidding. I have 76. So if anyone wants to get on board, and that's the new Patreon goal, guys. We're overtaking Bathwater Girl, and if I have to sell my bathwater to do it, then I won't. Okay, so it says, If you're into weird elf kitty girls who try too hard, then you have come to the right place. That is the most accurate description of this human being that I've ever heard. You know, like, if you're into weird elf kitty girls. Who is into weird elf kitty girls? You know, no one was watching Lord of the Rings being like, yeah, these elf chicks are hot, but they need to be more like a cat. What are you talking about? Weird elf kitty girls. If you're into weird elf kitty girls, immediately, no, I'm not. So I'm in the wrong place. What even is that? A weird elf kitty girl. That's strange, man. I don't understand. She posts... Anyway, she has this Patreon. You guys get it. She's one of those, like, Patreon. I don't do much, but I'm around... I don't really get what she does. That's the thing. I'm trying to work out what she does other than just post content of varying levels of good. But you know what? You can't knock her because she's fucking raking it in, dude. Like it's autumn and there's just... And instead of leaves, there's just 13-year-old boys, and she's just got the rake, and she's fucking cleaning them in. You know, putting them in the wheelbarrow, stashing them away. You know, they're just... She's huge, man. And she blew up this week because she started selling her bathwater on the internet. Now, pretty sad, but if you are an Instagram girl out there and for some reason you do want to get my attention, I think the only way apparently you can get it is if you start filtering your bathwater through your bum crack, then bottling it and selling it to strangers on the internet. Otherwise, I probably won't hear about you. Oh man, I've got such an itchy ear right now. Dude, do you guys ever have an itchy ear? And I don't want to pick it on the podcast because there's just going to be like a random thumbnail of my fucking finger just in my ear. Like I'm picking my brain. Dude, my brain itches. It's so internal. It's going down to my mouth. How is that possible? Oh my god. Hang on, I gotta go out of the shot and just scratch this boy. Oh, I can't get deep enough. It's like I need a skewer for my ear. I need a toothpick. Oh. What's wrong with my ear? Alright, I'm gonna try and concentrate, even though it feels like someone's like got a... You know what it feels like? It feels like someone's put a feather in my brain. Oh my god. I think I'm fucking possessed. I think I'm being fucking tickle-fucked by a ghost. What's happening? Oh my god, I think I need to pause the podcast and stop. What about if I jerk my head to the side? Will that help? Guys, this is one of the weirdest things that's ever happened on the podcast. Oh my god. What did I do to deserve this? What was I talking about? Oh, bathwater girl. I need to stop the podcast, I think. I actually need to stop the podcast and work out what the fuck is happening with my ear. I can't concentrate. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I was gone for about 5 minutes. In that time, I did duck, go. Why does my ear tickle? And it just gave me a bunch of different reasons. They said there's either too much earwax or not enough. So that doesn't help. Or it could be allergies. They reckon allergies. Maybe I'm allergic to fucking shit content because I just watched a Belle Delphine YouTube video before I started this podcast. I don't know, but man, it feels like I've been fucking given a wet willy by a demon. Alright, I'm going to try and move on with my, you know, sometimes this is what professionalism is, guys. When doing comedy is your job, you know, and doing podcasting and content creating is your profession, you know, not every day you're feeling 100%. And this is one of those days. I'm just going to have to, you know, I'm not taking the day off, you know, no days off. You know, if you got a tickly ear, you still got to entertain the masses. I'm sure, you know, there's been times where, you know, who's a big famous singer, where Taylor Swift has gone on stage with maybe an itchy nose. She didn't call off that arena concert, did she? I bet you she bloody scratched that nose, got out there, and then sung her songs, you know, they're fine. You know, they're not my cup of tea, but, you know. The point is, I'm the Taylor Swift of comedy, and this is not going to be the end of the podcast. Itchy ear or not, I will continue. Now, let's talk about this Belle Delphine. Define. Every time I say her name, I just don't know if I'm pronouncing her right, and I lose confidence. I feel like, what is it? It's Belle Delphine, yeah? Or is it Belle Delphine? Or is it Belle de Pine? You know, how do you say her name? And also, girls whose names are Belle, just spell it Bell. Why chuck on the silent E? What's the other E doing there? It's just hanging out like a fucking bad smell at the end of your name. You know, silent letters shit me. Anyway, so I went on. So originally I thought this Belle chick was a YouTuber because she talked about heaps on YouTube. Went on a YouTube channel. She's only got 3 videos. There's one where she's just hanging out with an octopus, a dead octopus corpse, for maybe like, it goes for 4 minutes and no dialogue, just a montage of her drawing, cooking pancakes for a dead octopus. She stuck fucking googly eyes on a dead octopus like it was an arts and crafts project. You know, when you were a kid and you're like, look, Mum, I put googly eyes on an octopus, and it's just a piece of paper. And she goes, oh, that's great, hun, we'll put it on the fridge. And your mum puts it on the fridge. You're like, oh, I made the fridge, I'm the best. She would have come home and been like, look, Mum, I put googly eyes on an octopus. And her mum would have been like, that's fucked, hun. We'll put it in the fridge, because otherwise it will go off, because it's a dead octopus. Why are you bringing that shit home in your school bag, Belle? The point is, this isn't really content. I don't get it. And I don't even know why I'm watching it on a podcast. I'll be real with you. I'm currently watching a girl dance around a dead octopus, and that's not something I needed to see, you know? There's 4 minutes of my life that I'll never get back. And now you guys are listening. What's worse? Listening to me fucking describe a girl dancing around an octopus? That's probably heaps worse. And you guys will never get this time back, you know? This time's wasted. God damn, that looks like a pretty good pancake, I'll be honest. Now she's trying to feed a pancake to a dead octopus. I don't think a live octopus would even want that pancake, let alone a dead one. God damn. Now she's listening to music with a dead octopus. The point is, guys, this chick is a troll. So obviously is she taking the piss. And you know what? Good on her. Man, she's making so much cash out of dumb shit. She posted on her Instagram a couple of weeks ago, the time has come or something like that. If this post gets 1 million likes, I'll make a Pornhub account. And it got 2 million likes because the fans are 14. And she made a Pornhub account. She stuck true to her word. She uploaded her first video, I think was called Belle Del Pine, or whatever her name is. Pine. Gets cream pied. And it was just a video of her getting a cream pie to the face. A pie in the face. Funny stuff. Like, I'll be honest. I rate what she's doing. I respect her hustle. She's taken over the internet. And, man, I'm fucking talking about her. So there you go. And that's what everyone wants. You know, my approval. And you've got it, Belle. You're welcome. Yeah, this girl is fucking nuts. Now, this is what she posted on the gram. So she, obviously I do research for this podcast, guys. It's like, you know, sometimes I must go stalk girls who have 4 million followers on Instagram for research purposes only. And because I take this podcast seriously, and I owe it to you guys to do that. What was the post? Okay, so she said, I am now selling my... So it's a picture of her in a bath wearing a gaming swimsuit with headphones in the bath, which is so impractical. Why would you wear headphones in the bath? What about if they fell off, they would get wet? Then you'd have wet headphones and they wouldn't work. So, and she's also got an Xbox controller in the bath as well. Same thing, Belle. They're not cheap, okay? You don't want, anyway, I don't need to explain to you why you guys shouldn't have electronics in the fucking bathtub. She said, I'm now selling my bath water, but she did it in all capitals, so she probably wanted me to yell it. So she said, I'm now selling my bath water for all you thirsty gamer boys. And then she did the little, like a water emoji, like the little dripping emoji, which is actually pretty appropriate use of it. Usually in her other pictures, I've noticed she uses the dripping emoji, but for a different reason. This time she's actually talking about water, so I'll give it to her. Then she says, you can check out my new stuff here. And she has a whole store of shit. So, man, if she's selling bath water, you could probably buy her piss if you want. I haven't checked, so, you know, don't quote me on that. But I assume if you're selling used bath water, you're not afraid of giving away your DNA. That's one thing that's so weird. If you bought her bath water, could you clone her? You know, you can have fucking 2 of them. You're like imagine, could you? Could a scientist get that bath water that she's been in? No, you couldn't probably clone someone off water that they've touched. That's pretty dumb. But anyway, so, and you guys think I'm kidding, by the way. It's when I say used bath water, it's not like she's just sat in the bathtub and in it. She's really lapped up this water. She uploaded a video of her bottling some of the bottles, some custom made ones. So here's her in the bath, right? I can't show this video because it'd probably get me demonetized, but she's dribbling. Now she's dribbling the water into the bottle and bottling it. So you can get her fucking dribble. And this last one is quite disturbing and definitely unhygienic. It makes me want to vomit a little, you know. It can only be described as, for those listening, is okay, let's just be real. We've all got a back, haven't we? Well, you know, maybe not all of us, but I assume all of us have a back. Most of us listening probably own a back. You know, you've got it. It's just, if you don't know, it's probably behind you. Just look over your shoulder and you've probably got one of those. And most of us have a bum. Now, most of us also probably have showers and baths. So therefore, most of us have probably maybe not witness because you can't look around, but most of us probably understand the science of how water would run down a back and into a bum. Everyone would know that some of the water, literally because of gravity alone, would funnel into the butt crack, therefore passing the butt hole and then hitting whatever was below. Now, theoretically, if you were to sit in a bathtub, get some nice water running down your back, then put a cup at the bottom of your butt and let water funnel through your butt, you would be able to get some of your shit in a cup to sell it online. Now, some of us might have had that thought before. We all have, I think. I definitely have had that thought in a bath before. I could sell this online. But then, most of us, when we all have that thought that everyone has, go, nah, probably won't sell my butt, my butthole DNA online. Anyway, and you probably just continue on with your day. Now, here's what Belle did, and she uploaded it to her Instagram. She did that. She had that whole process that we all do pretty regularly. You know, we're in the bath and we put a little butt cup below our bum, and she caught a little bit of that dirty used bum water in her butt crack. So, you know, it ran down. You can see it in the video. You guys think I'm fucking lying? There's a video of her doing this. So if anyone was like, oh, Luke, you're probably exaggerating, she didn't actually. There is a video of her filtering her bum water. What do you want me to do? So she did that. She did all the steps that I just discussed. But right at the end, when she was like, oh, I should sell this dirty bum water online, she went, yeah, I will. And I'll charge people $30 US to buy it. $30 for used bathwater. If I wanted some used bathwater from a fucking girl, I wouldn't. I don't know how to finish that sentence. I wouldn't pay for it. I don't know how I'd acquire it. But you shouldn't want that, is my point. Not one person. Okay, this is what I don't get. It says on the bottle, do not drink for sentimental purposes only. That's what she legally had to say. You know, I spoke to Lewis about it because he bought it because that's content. And Lewis bought some and he was like, I had to sign a waiver so they'd legally send me the water to say that I would not drink it because they know how many fucking freaks are going to try and drink her bath water. And also how many YouTubers are going to be like, get clicks out of it. Literally, I would never do that for clicks, by the way. I would never stoop that low. This is literally every YouTuber this week on the internet. Oh, hi, I got some of the Belle Delphine's water, and I got a bath water, and I'm going to drink it. And then And then, because they're all fucking probably not doing it ironically, because they're like, oh, isn't this funny to drink this, girls? But they're all secretly, like, jacking off below the fucking line of the camera. They're like, oh, all right, here goes. And they'll go, so gross. But then off camera, they're like, because they're fucking disgusting, you know? I just dribbled in my water then. I'm not going to drink that again. Who am I? A fucking Instagram. I should sell that. I should sell that fucking water now for $30. Oh, hang on, I'll run it between my butthole and then I'll jack it up to 40. Actually, I'll jack in it and then I'll jack up the price to 50. For real though, like I just want to like get a quote from you guys. You can feel free to hit me up during the week. You can send it to me on the knock if you want to know. I just want to know, how much would you guys buy my bathwater for? How much? Would 30 cents? Would you pay upwards of 30 cents for Luke Kidgel bathwater? Would it be even $1? Who knows? I would love to get your thoughts because, the Luke Kidgel brand's always looking to expand, and I'm happy to do it in any way. And if this gets me attention, then sorry, I just drank a lot of water then. If this gets me attention, maybe I should. My point is, she's trolling. Good on her. She's raking in heaps of money, and I really can't knock it. Even though I've been knocking it for the last 10 minutes. You can't knock what she's doing, man. It's good shit. It's funny. I think she's pretty self-aware of it, and that's cool. I mean, anyway, good on her. She looks like a fucking hentai marshmallow. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. Good on you, Belle. Just change your name. For the people watching, it just cut because my SD card was full and I had to change it. But now we're back. Now, I wanted to move on anyway because, ladies and gentlemen, we need to do this segment that we do every week. Play the opener. The ultimate pump-up song countdown / tournament. That is right. We are doing the ultimate pump-up song championship / countdown / tournament. I change the name once a week. Who cares? So last week we had Stronger vs Kanye West playing off against All I Do Is Win by DJ Khaled. Now, I honestly could not tell you who was going to win this one because if you'll know, Lane last week was pretty pro All I Do Is Win. I was probably more on the Kanye side, so I thought maybe this one's going to go down to the wire. It was pretty interesting. Pretty much every poll landed on exactly the same result across YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. By the way, if you want to vote on these polls every week, you can do it on the Memoirs of a White Guy Instagram account. You can do it on my YouTube page. It comes up in the community tab. There's a poll there every week. And also the Facebook group Memoirs of a White Guy podcast. You can join all those and bloody get amongst it. So, it's a Meg!
Are you still doing the podcast?
Sorry, had to let Meg in. There's been so many interruptions today. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever done a more disjointed podcast. Like, I'll talk for 30 seconds and I'll fuck off. But to you guys, no time passes. To me, I've been trying to record this for a goddamn hour. What was I talking about? The pump-up songs. Yeah. So, the last week, it was Stronger versus All I Do Is Win, and 66% of people voted for Stronger, 34% All I Do Is Win. Wasn't that close in the end? I thought it was going to be, and by the way, every poll pretty much came out around 70-30 to 60-40. That was pretty much the range that all the polls came out. So, another unanimous win from Stronger. Stronger proceeds to the next round, and this week, 2 brand new songs are playing off in the Ultimate Pump Up Championships. This week, we have You Give Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi versus Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. 2 classics this week. We did some modern contemporary songs last week. We're kicking it old school. Now, if you don't know, everyone knows it's often called Shot Through the Heart. I was corrected by many people. Because that's what happens when you do a podcast and you say something slightly wrong. 50 people message you going, It's actually, that's how I imagine you guys talk, by the way, when you fucking correct me. It's actually, it's called Shot Through the Heart it's not called you, oh no, wait, they did the other thing. Whatever. I called it Shot Through the Heart, I think, a few weeks ago on the podcast, and then all these people like, and the real name is actually You Give Love a Bad Name. Like, oh, cool. Thank you. You knew what I meant, though, so shut up. But nah, seriously, thanks for correcting me. I would have literally never known that if you guys hadn't. And then, that's why it's in this competition, ladies and gentlemen, because it is a fucking bop. Bit of Bon Jovi, if you like that. Now, I would say that is one of the go-to pump-up songs of all time, is You Give Love, and then it's just like, one of the best choruses. And that is playing up against Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin, which, if you guys don't know, featured in Shrek 3. A bit of trivia for you there. The scene where all the princesses just band together and attack. Also in School of Rock, some more Immigrant Song trivia. Anyway, it's a banger. It's just, you know, it's a classic. You can't go by it, and I would say both are pretty pump up. And I guess it's up to you guys now to decide what is the ultimate pump up song out of You Give Love a Bad Name or Immigrant Song. Place your votes. Vote with your heart. I cannot stress to you enough to, you know, not go with whatever is trending, whatever you think's cool. Oh, I vote this because I think. Vote with whatever you think. Okay, that's the only reason. That's the only way we're gonna get an honest winner at the end of this. All right, this is a long slog, this tournament, but it wasn't supposed to be easy. Okay, there's nothing about this game. You know, don't hate the player. That's the thing. A lot of people have been going, oh man, I can't decide. How are you gonna make me decide? Don't hate the player. Hate the game. Okay? Because these are all ultimate pump-up songs, alright? If people are like, oh, I can't decide between Hall of Fame and the Pokemon theme song. I like them both. It's like, dude, that's not up to me, man. Fucking hell. It's like yes, I do make the rules, but shut up. Make sure you vote. Anyway, take it seriously, and yeah. May the best pump bop win. Now, the reason why I'm moving on quick this week is because I've got a lot of stuff to talk about, and it's going to be a long podcast if I don't smash through it. I want to talk about the Gold Coast. Went to the Bloody Goldie last week, and you guys know I have a love-hate relationship with the Gold Coast because, you know, it's like bananas. Yeah, I really like bananas, but I don't like banana-flavored things. Like if someone goes, oh, man, you like bananas, yeah? And I'm like, yeah, man, I would love one. They go, oh, here's a banana milkshake. I'm like, no thanks. Would prefer Blue Heaven or chocolate. Thank you very much. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you like the Gold Coast? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I like going there. You're like, oh, cool. Let's come to Surfers Paradise with me, with all the fucking tourists and the 15-year-olds punching each other up outside the Maccas. I'm like, oh, no thanks. I'd rather actually drink a banana fucking milkshake than that. So, yeah, there's parts of the Gold Coast I like, parts I don't like. When I flew Tiger there, yep, I'm back to being a Tiger Prince. That's not fun. I was a Virgin King all tour, so I got real fucking cozy at the top. Oh, I got comfortable. Literally, the seats are better on Virgin. I went in the Virgin Lounge with Zach. You guys already know if you're a regular listener to the podcast. I got cozy at the top of the food chain. I felt like a fucking great white shark in the airport, killing off all these peasants around me, going like, probably flying Jetstar Lord, bloody Tiger Princes, looking down on them like the king I am. And god damn, it was bittersweet going back. I tell you that much. It was good to be back in a way. I was like, you know, it's been a while. I've missed feeling like scum. I have. I'll be honest. Sometimes, you know when sometimes you just want to, today I just want to be a piece of shit. You know, some people sit in their house. They eat Doritos. They watch Netflix. Like, I'm just gonna be a piece of shit all day. Gonna watch the new season of Stranger Things. Whatever you need to do to feel like that, you do. I need to fly Tiger once in a while, you know, to feel down to earth. That it's fucking humbling. Trust me. If you got any mates who are getting a bit too big for their boots, you know, carrying themselves a bit taller, you know, arrogantly at parties and stuff, book them a Tiger flight. They'll come fucking crashing down to planet Earth real quick. You know, when you come off that flight with a sore back, you know, knee problems, and a lot of regret. And what I realized while flying Tiger this time, Tiger Airways is an airline for uggos, me included. Now, I don't know why, but it's just like whenever I fly Virgin, I often wear jeans to the airport because I have respect for. I know I'm going to be around. You know, occasionally I see some celebs. But I'm saving celeb spots for another time. You guys will understand soon. But you know, I see some celebs sometimes when you fly Virgin, especially if you're in the Virgin Lounge. So, you know, you got to dress nice. You know, you might see an ex-AFL footballer and you're like, oh, wouldn't want to be seen in my Cotton On trackies around Matthew Richardson. I don't want to name drop, but I did see Matthew Richardson on my plane. And what was I saying? Yeah. So I often realize I didn't even realize I was doing it, but I often try harder when I fly Virgin. Then I realized I just don't try. Like, I rocked up to my Tiger flight, stained trackies, dude. I hadn't like slept well. I'd slept for 4 hours. I hadn't shaved in a week, so my chin looked like an unkept ball sack. I look like shit. My face looked like Tiger. You know, if Tiger Airlines was a head, it would be mine. I look like shit. I was literally dressing to match my airline that day. And I realized I was not the only one. Man, if you ever like casting for like a movie and you're like, oh, we need a bunch of extras, but they can't be hot, just go to fucking a Tiger boarding lounge and you will be like, oh, let's just film it here. It'd be perfect. Man, Tiger Airways, Uggo City. I've never seen that many unattractive people in a confined space. Now, I know this is gonna, and I cannot stress this enough. I was contributing to that. I look like dog shit. I'm not coming here bashing Uggos, okay? We've all been an Uggo once in our life. I bet you even bloody Brad Pitt's been an Uggo before. I bet there was one time where he probably, you know, was on a bender, you know, and someone was like, bro, you fucking ugly. And he's like, no, what? I'm Brad Pitt. There's no way. Dude, I'm telling you, you're fucking ugly. It happens to everyone is my point. But, anyway, bloody a bunch of, this is what I wrote down. This is what I want to tell you guys about. I witnessed, so, okay, I know I've been Tiger bashing for a while now, but that's all about to change because I think I'm back on the Tiger bandwagon when this happened. I think I witnessed the smoothest, I think I witnessed the smoothest plane takeoff in history. And I'll tell you why. Often you're thinking, like, what do you mean, Luke? Was it not bumpy? You know, was there no turbulence? No. We're talking, there wasn't any, that contributed. But often, when the plane takes off, you know, the plane might shudder a bit, might go to the side, you know. Okay, so when I walked on the plane, the story starts from when I boarded the plane. You know, I was boarding the plane, surrounded by all the other fucking uggos, and I was like, you know, bloody showing my ugly, even like the boarding tickets are ugly. It's just a piece of paper on Tiger, where other ones they print out a nice piece of card. It's a bit of a thicker paper on Jetstar. But anyway, so I'm handing in my flimsy fucking one-ply boarding pass, and then I spot a Malteser on the ground as I walk into the plane. She's like, why? By the way, why do you show the flight attendant your boarding pass on the plane? Why? Like, you're just like, you show it to them like, row 15D. Like, yeah, I know. I read it. I did grade 1. It's so disrespectful. They're like, oh yeah, it's just on your left. Oh yeah? Cool. It's like, why employ... maybe they're doing it to check that you're on that flight. I don't know. You guys tell me if there's a rate. I think they do it to check if you're supposed to be on that flight, but it's fucking annoying that they tell you. Like, I don't mind the ones where you just show it to them, they go, yep, that's what I want. I don't want them to go, so just 13D, put your bag up the top. You're like, yeah, I've done this dance before. I've been around the block. Look at me, man. I got toothpaste on my trackies. You think this is my first flight? Ain't no one looking this shit on their first flight. God. Anyway, so I'm boarding the plane. I spot a Malteser on the ground. Most people would think, tiger, classic. That's what I thought, because I'm most people. And, someone's walking past my house. Hello. Okay, sorry. So easily distracted today. Like, literally just see anything, and I'm like, ooh, something else. I just gotta tell the story. All right, guys. I'm on the plane. I see a Malteser on the ground. I'm thinking, oh, that's cool. Then, didn't think anything of it for another 10 minutes. They bloody go through all the, the flight entertainment system, you name it. Like, in case of emergency, it's like fucking on a Tiger flight. Why bother? If this plane crashes, you're only going to lose a bunch of uggos. It's just going to be a bunch of ugly people. The human race will benefit out of a Tiger flight crashing. The attractiveness of human genes will go up 1,000%. Because you'll lose every fucking ugly person at the airport that day. So I don't know why they try and save you on Tiger, but so I'm sitting there, I'm listening to this bullshit thing, because I was like, if the plane goes down, you're like, yeah, cool. In an event of a crash where we fall kilometers out of the sky, I'm sure that fucking life vest will come in handy. Yeah. Oh yeah, it also comes with a whistle. Oh, sick. Thank you. So when I'm drowning inside a plane, you can bloody bet your ass I'll be... Thanks for that, every airline ever. Now, the plane starts taxiing out to the driveway, and I'm in the aisle seat. I look down, I'm about middle of the plane. I'm row 15, so I'm about halfway down. I look down because I noticed a little bit of movement. I was like, well, something just moved. Was that a mouse? I realized it's the Malteser. The Malteser from earlier has rolled across the other side of the aisle tracks. Now, everyone will know the aisle of the plane is kind of bordered by the two tracks in which the food cart runs down throughout the flight. So I was watching this Malteser as we were taxiing out kind of go back and forth. So it was rolling between either side depending on the movement of the plane. We then hit the runway, we start speeding up, and then as we sped up, the Malteser starts coming towards me. Because slowly as we start to lift off, right, as the plane hits an angle, the Malteser starts rolling down the plane. Now, immediately I thought, I reckon this Malteser might go 5 seats, 7 rows max before it rolls off under someone's seat and I lose the Malteser and I can't watch it anymore. Nah. This was the smoothest takeoff of all time. I know it sounds like I'm bullshitting. I shit you not. This Malteser went all the way down the plane. It fucking went past me. So the plane took off so straight, like no angle. There was no angle because even though there was an angle, the Malteser just would have veered off into under one of the seats. It went directly down the aisle. It took about 5 seconds for it to pass me, so it just starts rolling, picking up speed. Then I was like amazed. As soon as it got to me, I was like, surely now it's going to go off course. There's no way this Malteser is going to roll down the entire plane perfectly and hit the back. There's no way. And I realized there was another guy on the plane near me watching the same thing. Everyone else was on their fucking phones. But if you look up once in a while, guys, you will witness greatness. You may witness a bloody Malteser going down an aeroplane. It was one of the most fascinating things I've ever watched. It shot past me, and I just went, bang. And then I kept watching it. I was looking down the aisle, and I was like, holy shit, it's gonna make it. And then the plane shuddered. And I swear to God, again, this sounds like I'm lying. I'm not. The Malteser got some air. It jumped up, it went boop, and then it bopped up off the ground as the plane shuddered, and I was like, that's it. It's fucked. It's going to make it to like row 20, and there's 30 rows on most commercial airline flights. It got about 2/3 of the way down the plane, then it shuddered. The plane went, and I was like, oh, no. But these bloody pilots are good. They corrected this bad boy so much that the Malteser, even when the plane shuttered that way, did not go off course once, and it rolled down past the toilets into the back where all the flight crew sit, and it went bang, and I heard it, the most satisfying ting I've ever heard when it hit the back metal of the plane. And I just went, I rubbed my eyes. You know when you think you see something, it's like, oh, I think I saw a ghost. It's like, did I just see a fucking Malteser go all the way down a plane without being hindered once by no one's foot coming out into the aisle, it not veering off, which would happen. Then it's one of those things where it's like, if you roll a Malteser down a plane 100 times while it's taking off, not once will it fucking make it to the end of the plane. That is, you know the Malteser ad, how like, if you guys have seen the ads where people roll it down the car and then they go and put it in their mouth? That would have been the perfect time to shoot a Malteser ad. Just someone puts it down at the front, someone else is waiting at the back, and it just goes, and it's just me, my head comes out in the middle of the ad and goes, and watches it, and then at the end, the person goes, it was perfect. It was, you know those like, Facebook videos of things that satisfy people, like you watch, things that satisfy, like you watch someone color in perfectly in between the lines, or you watch someone stack something really neat. It was like that. It was just like visual. It was just like, real life porn. I watched it and I was like, oh my fucking God. I was dumbfounded and, and I had a massive erection. So it was one of the best things I've ever seen, guys. And I think the podcast has been going for a while now. I should probably wrap it up. So I had so much more shit I wanted to talk about. I'll talk about the Apple Store next week. All right, I'll talk about 2 more things that pissed me the fuck off this week. Last week was on the Gold Coast. Okay, number 1, I'll just say it. Don't even really need to go into it because I don't need to explain why this is a shit thing to do. I was riding the bus on the Gold Coast. Shut up, all of you. And someone had a surfboard on the bus. Nope, not a beach. It's a bus. Oh, sorry. You're riding the bus, not a wave. So get your surfboard off the bus. Now, some of you are probably thinking, Luke, that serves you right for riding the bus. I agree, but again, I like to feel like shit sometimes. I was going to a gig and I already spent $80 in one day on Ubers in the Gold Coast, and I thought, this is getting silly. I looked up the bus. There was a bus that went right outside from where I was to right outside the gig, and I was like, I should just catch the bus. It's silly to not catch the bus. So I caught the bus, and I regretted it immediately. I got on the bus, there was someone with a surfboard, and I was like, oh, that's enough Gold Coast for today. Bye. And I left, because I don't want to watch people on the bus with it. Dude, if you have a fucking surfboard on the bus, I can't even justify that. I don't know why you would. Like, get a car. If you can afford a surfboard, you can afford a car. So, why are you on the bus? Anyway, that pissed me off. Oh! If you thought that made me angry, wait till I went to Starbucks in Broadbeach. Yep, naming and shaming. It's a chain, so they don't care. But they're selling Barista Bears. Beanie Kids for $27.95. What? What did you say? $27.95. That's almost $28 for a Starbucks Beanie Kid dressed as a barista. I don't know what's worth. I can't speak. I don't know what's worse. Buying bathwater off the internet from some pink-haired fairy floss looking chick on Instagram, or buying a Barista Bear from Starbucks on the Gold Coast. Both are stooping real fucking low, I tell you that much. God damn. I've got a picture of it as well. I'm going to get it up. Because I don't know why I want to get it up. I don't know why I took a picture, because it's going to make me angry again. But I was like, oh, I'll talk about this on the podcast. But now it's just making me mad. Dude, it's a little beanie kid. I'll put a picture of. If you're watching the video right now of the podcast, you can see a picture. But it's a little beanie kid with a fucking Starbucks apron on. Never once have I looked at a Starbucks employee and thought, God damn, I love that uniform. I would love to have that on a beanie, kid. Has that ever crossed anyone's mind? And I tried to think. I was like, okay, no, Luke, stop getting angry. Just order your hot chocolate like a child and walk away. That's all you have to do, Luke. Just walk away. I couldn't let it go. I asked the guy, I was like, hey, man. And it took everything in me to not just be like, hey, man, and then say, fuck you afterwards. I was like, hey, man, fuck you. So I took everything in me. I was like, hey, man. And then I was like, in my head, I was like, fuck you. I was like, just out of curiosity, how often do you sell the Barista Bear beanie kids? And he goes, pretty often, man. Probably like one or two a day. He goes, yesterday we sold a few, actually. I was like, oh, yeah. Cool. And then he knew I had a problem with it. I don't know why, because my voice went, oh, yeah, cool. That's really cool, dude. And I just wanted to munt. Like, I wanted to just vomit. Because, like, I was like, oh, I'm living in that kind of a world. Cool. All right, where people are buying Starbucks fucking merch. Don't need to buy merch. Just sell coffee. Sell croissants. Do what you're good at. You know what? You're not even good at that. So just stick to what you're kind of shit at, Starbucks, and stop selling kids' toys. And I was just like to him, so I was about to leave. So I didn't, so that was when I was ordering. I asked him that. And then he's like, order for Luke. And then I was like, oh, yeah, cool. And he handed me my large hot chocolate with extra marshmallow because I like that. And I was like, who are the kinds of people who buy that? Because I just had to know. I'm sorry, I can't leave a situation. It would have kept me up all night. I would have been like, who the fuck's buying that? And he goes, oh, a lot of tourists, you know, a lot of Australian tourists, a lot of international tourists, some locals. He goes, just everyone, really. I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. Cool. Everyone's buying your Barista Bear from Starbucks, really. Everyone. So I walk in this. So if I stood on a chair and said, attention, everybody drinking their coffee in this fine establishment, have you all got your Starbucks Barista Bear merch yet? Everyone will be like, yes. Everyone. Okay. Great. I don't know why it made me so angry. And it says a lot about me. How boring my life is. That this shit makes me mad. If this is this is how good my life is. That's probably the worst thing that's happened to me this week. Honestly, swear to God, is the worst thing that will probably ever happen to me is seeing a Starbucks Barista Bear. And you know, we all have problems. I get that, and clearly I've got my own. Not the Barista Bear, just clearly some deep-seated insecurities with beanie kids. I don't know why it pissed me off. You know why? I was just like, this is why that shit makes me mad. I was like, how much money is too much money for a company to make? They make so much fucking money, don't they? Or is Starbucks going bust? I heard they were going bust. Maybe, I think in America they're making fucking heaps. How much money? One of the biggest chains, corporations in the world. Everyone knows what Starbucks is. Where do you draw a line where you go, I think we got enough? See all this cash here on this table? Yeah, think that's enough. And then someone went, I have an idea. Fine, whatever. But again, we don't need it because we've got all this money here on this table from all our coffee and all our shit croissants. But you know, throw out the idea. The guy went, I was thinking Starbucks merch. Like, okay, that sounds silly. I don't think we're a coffee shop. We don't need merch. No. Hear me out. Barista Bear beanie kids. Cool. Put it on every shelf ASAP. And he's like, really? Yep. You know what? Just checked. There wasn't enough money here. Let's add a little bit more. Let's rip the fuck off. Not just tourists. Everyone. Because everyone will buy these, apparently. So fuck anyone who owns that. I hope you... you know what I hope? I hope not many people show up to your funeral. Because they shouldn't. You know? Because you know, that's... I'm sure you're a good person, even if you give to charity a lot. But hey, if you own a Barista Bear from Starbucks, hope your funeral's pretty light on in numbers. You know, hope it's a bit of a non-event. And that I'm not saying I'm not saying I wish you would die. I'm saying when you die, I hope it's not an occasion. I hope it's not a thing people talk about. I hope the local paper accidentally misses your death notice. You know, I hope you just kind of fade away into existence. That's what I hope. Hope you die and then someone goes, have you seen Jerry in a while? Nah, have you? No, I haven't seen him. I mean, I remember when he bought a couple of barista bears a couple of years ago, but I haven't seen him much since. Huh. Anyway, and then 3 years later, you know the Jerry guy? Yeah, he's dead. Huh. So does anyone want lunch or doing sushi today? That's how you should react. When someone who buys a barista bear from Starbucks dies, that's how you, and you find out that they die, but you also know they owned that Beanie Kid. You're like, oh. Anyone want breakfast? Because that's all they deserve. Because you bought a Beanie Kid from Starbucks for $27.95. All right, I think we need to end the podcast there. I am going to cry if I keep talking about this for too much longer. I do want to say tomorrow there is a massive announcement coming that I'm super excited about. I'd love it if you guys got around that. I can't say too much about it yet, but if it's Thursday, if you're listening to this Thursday onwards, go check my social media accounts. I've been working on this project for a few months now, and it's something that I've been super excited about for a while. It's actually probably happened a lot quicker than we thought it was going to happen, but anyway, I haven't said anything about it because we didn't want to spoil it, and we also didn't know when it was happening, but we think we're all ready to go now, and we're ready to launch it. So if you're a fan of this podcast, I think you'll absolutely love it, and when we announce it and when we drop the first thing of it, I would love for people to get around it, support it, because it's something I'm super excited about it, and I think you guys will be too. So, stay tuned. Big announcement on Thursday. The project that I'm discussing and that we're announcing will be launching next Tuesday. So, next week, bloody, when it launches, when you guys realize what I'm talking about, get the fuck around it. Okay, that would be awesome. Share it, bloody, tell your friends. Tell everyone you know, bloody, go to Starbucks, tell them 2 things. Be like, oi, fucking burn these bears. And also, Luke Kidgel has a new project that's really cool out. And then they'll be like, oh, cool, we'll do both of those things. Thank you guys very much for listening to the podcast. Hope you guys have had a good week. I've had a banger. I'll see you guys next week with a brand new podcast. Until then, make sure you vote in the poll. Make sure you go follow this new project that I'm going to announce. And thanks for listening.
Somewhere